Sure to check that full interview out on the Field 12's YouTube page. Thank you to Greg and Jabari for the time. So with that said, D, I know you love the quarterback at Tennessee.
Right.
We all know what Bama is on defense.
Right.
Where does he need to do? Does he need to elevate? Does he need to play Superman? Does he just need to do what he's done throughout the majority of his Tennessee career? What are your thoughts?
Right. I think he needs to be consistent. So I know him. He's from the same area, kind of Carolinas. He went to VT and didn't work out there. And was one of those kids who wanted to stick it out, but at the same time kind of started writing on the wall and he bet on himself and won a job last year. If you see his career, kind of won it mid-season and just kind of elevated to be the guy, and it was promising. And then this year, I mean, he just walked in full confident. You can tell he got a true summer under his belt. He got the camaraderie of the guys. People believe in him. The coaches are believing him. And since game one, he's been it's been very evident. And then through 6 games, he's shown it's not a fluke. So to me, if he can just be consistent, do what he's done the past couple games, lead the offense, have big plays. He's really good with his feet, can extend plays, can make those quarterback runs, go for first downs. So I think if they can just be who they've been through the first 6 games, I think they're going to give Alabama problems. And so that's to me, this game really comes down to him. If and this is a Heisman moment. We talk about a lot of Heisman moments on this thing. To me, if he wins this game, look, I don't know what he does the rest of the season, but he needs a seat in New York for sure, because this is his moment.
Johnny Manziel-esque, right? Johnny got a win in Tuscaloosa, right? I believe that kind of set him up for his run. All right, so Clint, flip it to the other side for Bama. Does it matter who plays quarterback? We've seen strengths from obviously Bryce, the reigning Heisman winner, talking Heisman, but we know Nick Saban and Bill O'Brien, they're going to game plan around whatever quarterback is going to ride with them. What do they need to be offensively against this Tennessee defense, who has steadily improved as the year's gone on?
Well, they need to not turn the football over. I mean, that's what Bryce did early in the Arkansas game. That's what they did down the stretch in the Arkansas game, and let Arkansas back in it. And then last week they turned it over. That game last week would have been a 14-plus point game if the young fella doesn't turn it over twice from in the pocket in terms of fumbling the ball, throws up a prayer that's just a misread, should have never threw the football, and then they had another fumble, turned it over 4 times and missed 2 field goals. And so they're lucky that they didn't lose that ball game. So from a quarterback perspective, I think this is one of those games where if you're gonna beat Tennessee, I think you need Bryce Young. I think you can beat a lot of teams, and I think you can beat a lot of teams convincingly if you don't turn it over. With Jalen Milroe, the backup, they should completely change their offense and be more of a run-oriented, run-dominant football team with Jalen Milroe in there. And when Bryce Young is there, I think the ceiling's just significantly higher in terms of scoring more points. And when you're up against a Tennessee offense that's a number 2 scoring offense in America, then you better have the ability to go put some points on the board. Here's the thing that I think is big in this game, guys, is if you look down the list, the question is this: is Alabama's defense really as good as we all think they are? The best quarterback they've played to date is KJ Jefferson. And KJ Jefferson is if they can run the football, they're really, really good, and he can spin it around the park. But they're about as one-dimensional as you can be in terms of obvious passing situations. KJ's not that guy, right? They got a 28-point lead, and we're up 28-7 at half, and forced them into a position where they really had to throw the football and then knocked him out of the game. So I don't know that they've seen a quarterback play caller skill group like Tennessee yet, if we're being completely honest. So I question whether Alabama's defense is really as good as we think it is. And the good thing is, fellas, Tennessee's going to test them this weekend. We're going to find out if they're real or not.
No doubt.
We're dropping our merch. We got to start calling Underwood Daddy Brad. But I'm a big pod guy. Breaking news. The Field of 68 has an online store, and it's your one-stop shop for the latest and greatest merch in college basketball and college football. You can find shirts to support your favorite team, make fun of your rival team, or boast Field of 68 catchphrases like Daddy Brad, Cussin' and Discussin', and the Star Heels. Go to www.fieldof68.shop today and enter promo code touchdown for 20% off at checkout.